You know those rides that bring you way up and then drop you like a pile of bricks? And it makes you feel like your guts are upside down and you get filled with adrenaline and it's all terribly exhilarating. Those rides. Yeah, that's what we're building today. If you find yourself afraid of heights, you may want to skip this video. And now I hear you ask, but that isn't too exciting. You've done that sort of stuff before. It's just making a thing go up and down instead of left and right. To which I say, yeah, that is definitely true. However, we're doing some extra bits to make this even cooler. Because let's face it, while it's really exhilarating to go up and down in real life, in Minecraft that's just a little bit boring, isn't it? But before we do anything, we do kind of have to start with the basics. And this is pretty much how simple it is. We've got this that we would sit on. Of course, it's going to look a little prettier later on. And then we've got this command block that just doesn't work. Why does that not work? So like I said, it's really easy. This one teleports that one up. And when you shut it off, it free falls down again. There you go, ride completed. What was that, less than a minute? It's not too exciting though. Whee! Okay, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. I'm not going to come down from here though. I suppose we can simulate a free fall by just, you know, falling. And there I am. And there the armor stand comes. With added sound effects. Now here's a bit of a technical challenge for myself I'd like to tackle. I'd like to be able to control this ride without having to use coordinates. Now let me explain what I mean by that. This thing is going to go up, of course, and then we have to figure out when it needs to go down again. A very easy way of doing that is by saying, well, when it reaches a certain height, that is when it's coming down again. But I don't really want to do it that way. I want it to be independent of coordinates so that I can always shuffle things about easily. And one way I think we can do that is by having another armor stand over here. And then in this command over here, say if the entity, and then we fill in that armor stand over there, is within the distance of 0. And well, let's just say 10 blocks from here. And so essentially this command, the one teleporting the thing up and down, is only going to run when this one is within a radius of 10 blocks of that one. And well, that works, but now we realize it's not coming down. But at least it works. Actually, kind of want to see what that's like. Whee! Beep, beep. Oh, you're just bobbing up here. Okay. Yeah, that's fun enough. That wasn't too exciting. But we do have a start. We can now decide exactly how far this armor stand is going to go up before it goes down again. Let's see if this works. It does not. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. It does not seem to work. Okay, why not? Alright, let's see if this works. It does not. Now let's see if it works. Okay. So now we can decide how and when it goes up and down. And right now we've got the radius fairly small, but we can make that bigger. 3 times as high. Woo! Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? There you go. And now I'm riding it. Whee! Now, like I said, this isn't too exciting, is it? It's Minecraft. You're just going up and down. There's no adrenaline rush, right? Well, what if I told you there were a few things that we can do about it? But before we do that, we need to make it look pretty, don't we? Let's give this thing an actual proper look. Allow me to pitch to you my concept. This is drop, right? This is the ride that's going to drop us. What else drops? Well, raindrops drop. And so what I was thinking, the ride that we are making is a storm. And it's going to be very aptly titled StormDrop, where you, the rider, are the raindrop. And so now it was up to me to create a cart of sorts, something that people can sit in Minecraft that looks like a raindrop. That was kind of tricky because when I think of a raindrop, I think of a very roundish object. Only has one point all the way at the top. And so bringing over that idea into Minecraft was kind of tricky, I found. And so what I decided to do is I'd go for a very square thing, making it blue to sort of convey the idea of it being a raindrop. Let's have a look, and there it is. It's the other way around. That's fine, that happens. Oh, actually, I think I kind of messed up the pixel density. It is supposed to be a little bit bigger, I think. Again, I'm not a professional, but I think it is fine. I think we can just leave that. It's not very consistent with the rest. The designer in me wants to fix it, but the technical part of me really wants to move on with this project. Let's see what this looks like if we just sit in it. I mean, that looks fine, right? I think it's good. I really quite like it. Yeah, I think this is our cart. We're just keeping this. It's good. Now what I'm thinking is we build a really big pillar. This we're going to put all the way up there. Is that circular? Oh wow, I did that in one go. Now let's see if I can remember how to do the clone command. And then we have that, and we need the northwest corner, I think. Meaning we need to put it over here. Oh, I offset it accidentally, but that's fine. At least we now know where it's supposed to go. It's over here. We can easily get rid of this. In fact, let's do it this way. There you go, easily got rid of that. And now we just need to change this one around. There you go, there you go, there you go. Okay, okay. How tall do I want this? Well, let's just start with that and see if it works. Oh, you know what I'm realizing we can do, which would be much easier? We can take this command and then put a little squiggly over here, I think. There you go. Okay, that works. Now all that I have to do is go up. Yeah, this is working. Oh, let's see. Is that tall enough? I don't think that's tall enough. I think that needs to be much, much taller. However, if we have this, how many cards can... I think it's too big. I think I made the circle too big. I think we need to make this a little bit smaller. I think this is too much. I'm sort of debating between this one and that one. I think that this one is actually good enough. I think we're going with this one. I think this will also be too big. Yeah. Let's go do this one, but we'll put it more over here. Not that I've put any thought into the locations of any of these rides, but putting it here, a little bit more towards the center of everything, just seems to make more sense than putting it over there, where it's really close to this right over here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's go for that one. Okay, okay, okay. Now we've got something here. This here still kinda needs to look like a storm, of course. How are we going to make this look like a storm? Part of me kinda wants to put a big faucet on top. Make it, instead of a storm thing, just a tap. No, this needs a cloud. We need to make a cloud. We need to make a stormy cloud. So we're going to make it gray. Now it just looks like a really weird jellyfish. Now, to be clear, first thing I'm trying to do here is to get the shape. And then I'll get to the texturing. I'm going to do a lot of dark on the bottom here, right? Because stormy clouds do tend to be darker on the bottom because the sun is hitting them from the top. There you go. It needs a little more fluff, I feel like now. Sort of neglected the fluff, but I think in shape it's much better now. There you go. That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Actually, I'm starting to think we might need to want to add some more white to the top as well. Or does that make it look like a bird poo? I think that kind of makes it look like a bird poo. I mean, right? It kind of looks like a bird poo. We're not doing the white. You know what? I'm going to say it's kind of good as it is. I do want to make one really big change though. And that's to make it out of concrete. Reason being, this whole thing is kind of cartoony and having a more solid texture. Right? This sort of looks more solid than this one over here. I'm really going to add to it. To this sort of plasticky feel. I am considering... This might be just a little bit silly. Making him an angry cloud? Oh, that's not very angry. I'm not sure about that one. I think it's kind of funny. I think I'm keeping it for now. I might change it later. I just sort of figure it's really funny to have an angry cloud. Alright, now it's time to do the fun bit and work a little bit on the actual ride. The technical bits of it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 carts in total. 4 people can ride this ride at the same time. And of course I thought it'd be cool to waterlog everything. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? What might be even cooler is have those carts at the diagonal on the corners over here. Because I imagine they protrude a little bit. It's going to look a little bit more like water drops, I think. Oh, that would be really cool. You know what? While I'm at it, let's go clean up this as well. I put everything in a data pack. I made all of this a little bit prettier, and you may notice some particles. Those represent markers that I'm using, and we should be able to summon the cards right in those places over there. I haven't got the right bit yet, so I need to do that manually. There you go. I believe I'm now riding the card. Awesome. And then if I now reload the data pack, it should start working. There you go. We're going up. And we're going away. Oh. We keep going up. We're going over the clouds. The actual clouds, not a storm cloud. Uh-oh. I think I made a mistake somewhere. Thought this is a fun drop. Boop. Let's go try that again, shall we? There we go. We're going up. Oh, we're going not all the way up. But it does appear to be working. There you go. That's pretty cool. This is kind of fun. You can see the whole park from here. It is still kind of boring though, isn't it? We're just going up and down now. Woo, that's interesting. Alright, several things. First of all, I think this whole thing needs to be higher up, even taller still. I think the lack of height is a big part of making this boring. You're down before you know it. And then second of all, when you're in here and you're going down, this isn't too exhilarating. There isn't much going on here. There's one really simple trick we can do to simulate the idea of falling, the sense of adrenaline rushing through you. So let me first make this thing a little bit higher, a little bit taller, and then we'll go work on the second bit. Alright, I made it taller, and I added the thing that I think will simulate the feeling of dropping down. Let's go figure it out, shall we? Okay, so we're going up, up, and when we're at the top, we're going down. You see how the field of view changes? Woo! I mean, that's probably the closest thing I can get to giving you really that sense of dropping. Whee! That sense of imminent dread as you go down. I mean, it's a bit of a shame, but I cannot actually make your desk chair drop down when you reach the top. It's a little bit impossible. This is the best that I can do right now. But I'm not really done with this ride yet. There is a few more things we can do. Right now, they follow this really interesting pattern that's just kind of boring. Goes up and down and up and down. After a couple times you've seen that, let's see if we can add some randomization to it. Alright, so what I think I've done, and I'm not entirely sure because I haven't tested it, is added a random chance of it going up when it's not quite at the ground yet. Let's see if that works. It's doing something. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's very interesting. That's going a little too often, isn't it? It's doing some really weird things. The thing with random chances, you need to tweak constantly. That's sort of working. I'm still not sure if it's random enough. Because you get these things where you sort of get stuck at the top. And so I'm going to continue tweaking this number and see if I can get something that actually works. Alright, so I've been tweaking a little bit and I now think I've got something that I'm happy with. I've actually increased the chance it has at going back up. However, it now only will go up when it's past about a third of the way there. And so you don't get the problem where it just sort of bounces up and down at the top there anymore. Now the problem is that these cards sort of do this indefinitely. There's no end to the ride. So let's go fix that, shall we? Alright, as you can see, I've got buttons everywhere now and they start the ride, which is good. And after about 5 seconds, woo, there you go. The ride actually starts. I've now just set it so that it goes 30 seconds long. You get tossed up and down like a little raindrop in the storm. Oh, and there you go. There it is. Ooh, that isn't very smooth, is it? The thing just sort of gets deleted and then you get tossed down to the floor. That doesn't seem very safe, does it? Let's go see if we can do something about that, shall we? Made some changes. Not sure if they'll work, but we're going to find out. This part is still working, so that's good. It is not working, so that's not good. So what we should see now, all the way at the end, is it will lower us to the ground and then it will just get rid of the cart. And I think that is way too high. I do not know why that just happened, but it happened. Alright, let's go see again. This is much better. Let's see if this starts. Now you may notice, I've added another feature over here. Oh, this is starting great. Oh, and there's thunder. When this ride starts, because it is of course a storm, it's going to start a storm. Whee! This is fantastic. I so love this. Yeah! Woo! Ooh, all the way down. Oh, and another thunder. The bolt thingy. What's this called? Lightning. Oh boy, this is fantastic. I absolutely love this. And then when it's at the end of the ride, you can see it clears the weather. It gently lowers you down. You're ready to walk off again, continuing your experience in the park. And as we go for this ride one last time in this video, I hope that you've enjoyed watching it just as much as I enjoyed creating it. And of course, I hope to see you the next time. Bye! Oh, here we go, here we go. Whee! Oh, I so love this. See ya, bye.